All right, I guess we're clocked in. We're definitely in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Happy Friday, everybody. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure to have you guys here. I go by the name of Lespri. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, guys, as a spiritual healer, what I do pretty much is that I help you to attain your highest level of consciousness. That's pretty much what I do. Um, it could be done many. I mean, it's being done through different channels, or it's being done different ways. However, in this channel here, to give is to receive, I use the power of the words to help you to enhance your or to attain your highest level of consciousness. And by the way, just so you guys know, when I'm talking about attaining your highest level of consciousness, what that pretty much represents is what that means pretty much is for you to actually become Christ-like. So when you see, any spiritual figures such as Christ or Krishna, or let's just say Buddha, I mean, they all represent pretty much the same thing. What you're seeing is it's someone, and if you know a little bit about their history, you'll get to see pretty much their highs and lows, the trials and tribulation that they had to go through for them to become and attain that highest level of consciousness. And at the end of the movie or the story, they become closer to God. They have attained that highest level of consciousness. If you're talking about Buddha, I believe the name is Siddhartha, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, essentially it's the same thing. It's to wake up. He went, and done a lot of meditation, and then now he became the Buddha. He woke up. He get to see the world in a whole different reality, and that's pretty much what takes place, through meditation. That's what you're gonna go through. So when we're talking about attaining the highest level of consciousness, that's exactly what that is. It's you becoming Christ-like, Buddha-like. I mean, that's the idea. Meaning, you know who you are. You know a lot about who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's not just. It doesn't stay on a superficial level where you only get to see yourself from the surface, but you truly get to delve into yourself through God, through the spirit that is inside of you, and bada boom, bada ba, and all that good stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand what it's like, to attain your highest level of consciousness, and that's exactly what that means. Now, in this channel here, to give is to receive, what I do in this channel is that I technically I expand on the power of the words. And obviously, as a spiritual healer, I help you to attain your highest level of consciousness through the power of the words. And by the way, check out my other channel, Lespri. I go a lot deeper on a whole lot of different topics. However, over here, it's a little bit different. I have chosen to use um, this method, which is the power of the words. And in just a second, I'll tell you exactly what that is. But ultimately, the goal is the same. It's for you to attain your highest level of consciousness. Now, when I'm talking about the power of the words, what I'm simply referring to is what you call those proverb, quotes, old saying, or wise saying, however you like to label it. But what you get to see in those statements, if you've ever read or ever seen, let's just say, a beautiful quote or a proverb or a wise saying, what you're truly seeing, you see intelligence at its best that is being displayed through the words. Like some quotes, I mean, may make you feel like you're being inspired or you're being motivated. The what you are actually witnessing, what you're going through, is what I call the power of words. So therefore, when I'm talking about the power of words, I'm referring to those quotes, to those statements, because what those quotes do, they literally act out on you. So when you get to witness, or you get to be inspired or motivated, or even to learn something new from those quotes. It's almost like they automatically bypass your conscious mind, right? Because that's how it captivates your mind, and now it allows you to reflect into the wisdom that contains within that that sentence or sentences or that statement. So when I'm talking about, so to me, that's what I call the power of words. Or if you go to church, you know how sometimes people would go like, "That's right, Pastor. Go on, preach." You know what I'm saying? All of that, it's you witnessing, the power of words, and that's what you see in poetry. That's why you also see in rap music, when in battle rap, when they talk about bars and all that shit. I mean, it's very much the same thing. I mean, essentially. I mean, of course, they are done in different form. Quote, it's not lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It's not a poetry. However, it's the same baseline understanding. They are fully loaded with let's just say, with knowledge, with hidden knowledge in them, and they are also powerful because even if you hear certain lyrics, you go or or whichever face you choose to make, or some shit. Oh, that's my shit. Or the bottom line is, it's like you're going through it, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's just the word acting out on you. So, and let me see what else. Am I missing anything here? I mean, so that's technically what I call the power of words. So then, the main thing you get to realize here is that when we're talking about the power of words, even if you're looking at poetry, whichever one that you choose to look at, it's not the meaning of the word in itself that makes it powerful. I know people talk about intentions and all that good stuff. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But it's really what makes the power of the word. It's not necessarily the word itself, but it's how it's being said, and the how, and that's where the magic is. And that's what you see in poetry. It's structured a certain way, right? Or if you're talking about lyrics, or if you're talking about those quotes, I mean, or proverb, they are structured a certain way that captivate your mind, but most importantly, that also allow you to reflect or to delve a little bit deeper into any additional gems that particular statement may actually contain. That's pretty much what it is. So it's not what you say; it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? And every great speaker should, they do know that. They understand that. Even for you to memorize certain things. I mean, that's when even in by association, for you to memorize certain things, it's how it's being put together. But anyway, that's pretty much what we do in this channel. And as a spiritual healer, I use those quotes to, I expand a lot more on, you know, on the knowledge that is being displayed, that I feel like, a lot of us may have not fully unpacked, if that makes any sense. Right? But anyway, that's what we do here. And one disclaimer, you know, we don't like, I don't, hey, when it comes to knowledge, wisdom, the one thing I always say is that wisdom is wisdom regardless of where it comes from. And what that means pretty much, it, anything, okay, if I'm telling you something that's true, right? And you have a baby who's telling you the same exact thing, I mean, because he or she's a baby, it doesn't lessen the truth. Like when it comes to knowledge, knowledge is knowledge, baby. You can't downplay it. So as a result, like a lot of those quotes, as you'll see, some of them will be from Christianity. I have them from Buddhism, the Gita. In fact, the one that we'll be talking about tonight is actually from the Sufis, a gentleman who goes by the name of Rumi. I hope I'm saying his name right. But anyway, it's Rumi, Rumi, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? This is for you, Rumi. Oh, Rumi. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the actual disclaimer, just so you guys know. And, and also, too, being a spiritual healer, I deal with spirituality as a whole. And I normally take the time to talk about spirituality and check out the other channel. But essentially, I guess I'll say that now. Essentially, when we're talking about spirituality, it's simply your essence. Spirituality embodies how we see things. This is our spirit. It's the story of all spirits. Like, okay, I'll give you. Okay, I'm just gonna make it quick, right? So, a spiritual person would say something to this effect. That your God. You act like your God. Of course, a religious person wouldn't even say anything like that. Their God is their God, is the ultimate God. But subconsciously, what they don't realize is, you are acting, and that's why you see, like, Christians are different from any other type of religion, and that's because of their gods, and they act that way. Meaning, their God tells them, you know what? There's no any other god is no good. It's only their gods, and go out there, convert them into, what I'm saying, and their behavior and becomes that. And because this is the holy book, and that is also part of their narrative. So whenever they speak, they gotta refer to the book itself. Do you see what I'm saying? Yo, there's no secret, man. What you see is actually what you get. Now, if you're Buddhist, well, there's no way Buddha, told you that he's the only God. So you're not gonna act that way. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say, and if you're into Islam, shit, you already know. So, but most importantly too, you're the one. Because Christianity means nothing without you, without Christians. Do you see what I'm saying? And just like, what I'm saying, Buddha wouldn't mean nothing to you because that's not the God you choose to empower, or that's not your God. But whichever way you choose to look at it, all I'm saying is your God, you act like your God. And of course, I know we all like to praise and say our God is greater than us, which is, hey, you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's through your decision. You give him the power. And now for me as a spiritual healer, is to help you to become conscious of these things now. If that's the case, because if I were to become uh, 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 a 7 day Adventist, right? My reality will automatically change. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe I wouldn't be speaking to you this late at night, or maybe my Sabbath would actually have to start sometime soon, or if it hasn't started already. I'm not sure. All I'm saying is, consciously or unconsciously, you are creating your reality through your God. But anyway, and spirituality pretty much embodies all of it, right? Excuse me. So, going back to the conversation at hand, now that we got all of that out of the way, so let's delve into the statement itself. So, as you guys see here, people of the world do not look at themselves, so they blame one another. Now, that right there, uh, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's this open statement It's like it's fully loaded. There is so much that is being said here. It's like we have to unpack a lot of it. So first of all, we would have to understand what is he trying to say by people not looking at themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's the first thing, right? That you definitely had got to start looking at because I mean it's safe to say that he's implying you're not looking at your inner self. Because you also got to keep in mind we're living in a society where all of us we've been trained to see ourselves through a fucking image. That's why you'll see a lot of people are living their lives based on who they should be, but not never who they are. It's not a coincidence. This is how it goes, man. You know what I'm saying? This is how it goes. So now, as a result, and we're also living in a society where people don't take accountability. But how do you take accountability if you're not looking at yourself? Do you see what I'm saying? Because even to take accountability, it requires for you to look at you, man. You would have to be conscientious of your action. Do you see what I'm saying? Like for me to say I'm sorry to you, I first have to realize that I did something or something that I shouldn't have done to you. Do you see what I'm saying? But also, I would also need to understand me saying sorry to you doesn't make me weaker. Oh man, it's complicated. It's complicated. I guess let's just take it one step at a time because this shit could just add up real quick. And all of it, unfortunately, it all derives from us not looking at us. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you gotta love yourself, man. Yourself depends on it. You know what I'm saying? Yourself needs you to cherish it. You know what I'm saying? Yourself needs your love. You know what I'm saying? And when it doesn't get it, guess what? That's when now your shadow self, you have this internal conflict that's taking place throughout your whole life. You're afraid to look at yourself in the mirror. I mean, it's just chaotic. Anxiety, depression, you know what I'm saying, keeping up with the Joneses, and all of that mentality derives from you not being, or from you being trained to look at your self image instead of your self esteem. Because now, when you're looking at yourself from a fucking self image, now your car is part of, with certain cars that you actually own, you're the man. Certain clothes that you wear, you're the man. Certain watches, you're the man. You know what I'm saying? And now, because all of us, now we understand that's what's got to be done for you to be the man. And I don't think anybody don't want to be no man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not looking at your qualities now. And that's why everybody does the same shit. But most importantly, I'm shit. This is the actual world that we're living in now. So that statement, it's just saying so much here. First of all, this is implying this is you not looking at yourself and inwardly. And to go back, and there's a whole science behind the whole, keeping up with the Joneses. Again, it's not an accident, man. Like our world is built that way. And then now within that culture, you also have people, and that's why in one of my recording, I was talking about being in the world but not of the world. Those of us who have attained the highest state of consciousness, we understand we have to remove ourselves from this way of seeing things, and for us to look at things from a Godhead perspective. And that's more of what I call the holistic or a polarity perspective, where we understand good could be bad, bad could be good. You know, like we all part of this life. We embrace us. We understand there's a direct relationship between yourself and your environment. In fact, I mean there's nothing prolific that you could do without your. I mean, if yourself is not involved. I mean, it's not gonna be fruitful. It's not gonna be. I mean, it's this is facts. It's proven. It's an actual living experience. That's why everybody will tell you, whoever made it or who have accomplished anything, we all telling you to love yourself, to do this for yourself, and all that shit. Like it's all around you, and it's being said for a fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? And part of my job is to help you to be conscious of that. So again, in my other channel, when I talk about spirituality, one of the main things that I also talk about, especially when it comes to spirituality, is the fact that a lot of us, we see spirituality as being outside of us. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like you tend to look at yourself, at your life, like it's a ordinary life, right? Like it's your day-to-day life. And then if I were to tell you, you know what? You want to change your life, change your mentality. Right? So this is the essence of you, that although you, let's just say you're living this regular life, this is also a reality that regardless of how real you're trying to say, if you're looking at yourself only from a material perspective, even if you choose to look at yourself from that perspective, for you to change your life, in this actual reality, anybody who has changed their lives, they will tell you the same shit. You change the way you think. So again, even when we're talking about spirituality, that is your fucking regular life. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's almost like when most people are talking spirituality, it's almost like it's a separate conversation, as if spirituality exists over there, and then what you do over here is what? A strong mind, a strong body. You know, regardless of what you choose to do here. Because your essence, you are spirit. You are a living thinking thing, or a living mind. And that goes for everybody. I mean, if you know someone who doesn't, let me know. Whether you're conscious of it or not. And my whole purpose now is to help you to reconnect. And that's why I'm here. That's why, you know what I'm saying? I'm that voice in the middle of the desert. Hello! Can anybody hear me? You know? So anyway, I guess I just wanted to add that, you know, just to let you, I mean, this is our lives, man. Our true essence. Even when you're talking to somebody, right? For you to go to get to know someone, I mean, what you're really doing is to get to know their character. Or if you're dating somebody, then you dating their moms and their dad. You're dating, you know what I'm saying, if that bitch got her heart broken before her attitude towards you, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Or if if she wasn't raped or anything, then she'll be a little more open. I mean, do you see what I'm trying to tell you? It's like, that's what we're dealing in our regular day. This is what you're going through. So spirituality, your essence, that's who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand that, because now with those quotes, then you'll get to see now the power of the word now. You know, how that word captivate you being the living mind. And then to open your consciousness up, to expand it. It's just, this is a magical fucking world, baby. Listen, do you know where you are, stranger? Or do you know, even better yet, do you know who you are? But anyway, let's get back into the statement itself, right? So so now, not looking at yourself, I mean, that alone, like, what does that mean? I mean, it's there's a whole lot that is being said here, because he's already implying not only that you're not looking at yourself inwardly, but it's almost like that's the only way you can see who you are. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. And if we're going back to the whole society, how they've been training you to think, to dissociate yourself from God, which is your essence, now you are worshiping idols, things that are outside of you. And I'm giving you the esoteric meaning of these things. Because when we're talking about the esoteric meaning, we're talking about the inherent knowledge within those statements. And here's something else too. It's power of the words, right? It's being done in so many different ways. I mean, we, the masters, we understand how to lock that information in too. Because it's not meant for everybody to understand until you're ready. Certain informations. And that's why the information is being put in what I call in a esoteric manner, just so you can all actually unpack it too. And that's the beauty of gems. Do you see what I'm saying? So now you have power of the words, and then you also have the esoteric knowledge, which is also those words that is being put in a way that is a little bit concealed until you're ready for it. So now, if I'm going back, you know what I'm saying, to that's why the words got to be made flesh. So what is that talking about? Is that you as a living mind, that understanding, which is the knowledge, it has to become that living mind. You know what I'm saying? You have to materialize your is in that what I mean shit. Are you do you wanna have knowledge so you could make stupid fucking decisions? Or do you wanna have knowledge to make smart decisions? So if we're talking about making smart decisions, well, the knowledge has to be made flesh. Now you have to become that knowledge. And that's what awoke is, awakening, the whole awakening process, or the whole wake up, or attaining your highest level of consciousness, or waking up itself. It's being said so many different ways, but ultimately it's referring to you being in alignment or having that self consciousness. That's why the name of the game, regardless of how you slice it, it has to be you knowing who you are. And that's what Jesus even was saying. I mean, how worth it, or what would it serve a man to gain the world, and you fucking lose, and if you don't have your soul. Do you understand that? You know, man? So it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're touching gold but you can't see it, you don't know the value of it. Like, is that even worth it? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just I mean, because this shit is just so fucking obvious once you see it, though. It's like, which, no matter how I choose to look at it, when you see it, you see it. But anyway, so now we're talking about, knowing you, or looking at you from a fucking God perspective. And when we're talking about a God perspective, we're talking about your internal qualities, your principles, your character, certain things. Like, we're looking at those things. Compassion, love, joy. Do you see what I'm saying? Now you start looking at yourself from a different perspective. So, but anyway, I feel like okay. Where where was I gonna go? So, I mean, just to show you how fully like how that is a fully loaded statement. So we just got to break down, just by you looking at yourself. I mean, I'm pretty sure, especially in the society that we're looking at. I mean, shit, this nigga cannot be talking about us not having a mirror. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you look good, huh? Go get him, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? With your fat ass. but the thing is, you know, that has become the I mean that's what now you're looking at yourself through your image. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, women are getting BBLs and all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I mean, listen, man, it's all it's not I mean, you could say people are going crazy. I mean, you could judge them if you like. But the bottom line is as long as you are part of that way of thinking, you're no different from that person until you start seeing yourself for who you are. If anything, if you were to judge that person, you might be a fucking hypocrite. Because you technically doing the same thing that they're doing. Now, if you want to judge it, theirs are worse. You know what I'm saying? How dare you be a fake motherfucker, right? You fake in terms of having genuine connection with other people. And then now you're judging somebody else who got a fake ass. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, how is their fake ass make you who's fake already any different? Like, cut the fuck, cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you see. And that's your government. That's your Democrat. That's your fucking Republican. It's a shit show, man. But all of that derives from having what we call a duality perspective. Because now you're no longer looking at you, you're looking from the outside. So now they're become, an outside of you. And then now you're being trained for you to be the best version of you is for you to act based on what the outside is. And that's why you see motherfuckers are keeping up with the Joneses. Why do you think motherfuckers are chasing for clouds? Or pick me, like me. So the foundation of that is that you automatically become a people pleaser, a dick sucker. So now you wouldn't say what you think until you hear what everybody else has to say. So we go along to get along. You know what I'm saying? So even the idea of self, it's I mean, how the fuck do you take accountability? You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like then you have people who are saying, I think that's the point that I was trying to make earlier. Then you have within the same system, right? You have people that are saying, oh my God, what's happening to our system? It's getting worse. It's getting this, it's getting that. Whereas essentially it wasn't never built to keep you sane. And obviously you're not sane yourself because true sanity comes from you being in touch with you. Only when you do so, you'll have a better relationship. You'll love somebody better. Like, there's no fucking way around that. So your sanity is you being yourself at all fucking time. The minute you just slip on either side, Nick, you out. Strike, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? The target and the aim's got to be the same. But anyway, so let's go back to. But then now we have society, and that's what you also have. Then now we have the laws that are, let's just say protecting. I mean, it's like that's why, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of fucking crime. I mean, it's chaotic, man. You know what I'm saying? So to be in the world and not of the world, and I strongly recommend that you guys check out that recording. That's the picture that I was trying to paint for you to see. You see what I'm saying? Because I also, you know, because we all share the same world, but now our perspective, oh man, matters a lot. And again, just like when we understand the power of words, also just like we were talking about at the esoteric meaning within those statements, it's just incredible, man. It's just incredible. You know what I'm saying? The power's out there. You know what I'm saying, Ranger? The power's yours, man. And when I get to see the power of the words and how I eat from it, oh, listen, I become that shit, baby. Because it's so contagious, and true transformation can only take place through that transformation. You know what I'm saying? That's what becoming powerful is too. The alchemist. You know what I'm saying? And I just gave you the fucking philosopher's stones, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm doing too much tonight. I'm feeling a certain way. But anyway, again, like there's so much to be said on you not looking at yourself. Right? So how do you take accountability when all of us been trained, to be something else? You're not rewarded for being you. You want to be a good kid, well, you got to act a certain way. That's what you have become now. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about, the whole Cat Williams shit. Like, I'm pretty sure the same shit's happening in your fucking job. I mean, oh, you said, oh, yeah, the fucking industry, I can't believe how cruel they are, right? How about your job, nigga? Are you gonna pull a fucking Monique at Walmart? Or you got bills to pay? I mean, it's kind of like you like blind. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about this shit over there, and that's the shit you're living in, and that's how I knew too, and that's what the collective. It's just no fucking, and that's why that shit has that many views, man. You know that? That's because you relate to it. You don't know shit about no fucking Hollywood, and why would you give a fuck anyway? You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that got your mind, oh, that's what they doing over there. What the fuck's happening at your job, nigga? I mean, do you got to deal with the corporate bullshit? Okay, well, this is the society that you are in. You know, that society you in, man. And then you're gonna talk about ethics? Get the fuck out of here. You're gonna teach me about ethics? Yo, listen, man. That's why for me, and I always say this, man, and I know how a lot of people would love to be recognized by society and shit. But to me, if society were to recognize me, bro, that would have been my most disappointment. Because you don't have the sight to even see me. let alone like that would be gross to me. Let me just say, it would be gross to me, bro. And then that's the society that's telling you about ethics. Everybody's already fake to begin with. Is that the society that's inviting you to speak the truth? You can't even be you. How are you gonna speak the truth? Am I fucking being punk out here? What the fuck is going on? Am I being punk? So I'm saying that to say, man, there's nothing getting worse. There's nothing getting, yo. It's the same bullshit. I mean, it could be a different cycle in it, you know, but it's trash. It's the belly of the beast, the bottom of the pit. It's insanity. So now, how do you even, you know what I'm saying? Of course, man, you're gonna have to blame each other. It's never your fault, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I mean, listen, man. There's that's why there's a certain level of wisdom, and we all know it too. That comes with taking accountability. There's a level of consciousness that you gotta have for you to do that. You see what I'm saying? And that's why for me too, it's like, I mean, shit, like, hey, you know, yo, so you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know, and again, going back to that statement, it's a fully loaded statement. There's so much that's being said here. It sounds simple, but that is more, I would have to say, of that esoteric knowledge that I was referring to, because that's what we're doing in this, unpacking those gems, the jewels that he's talking about here, because there's a whole lot that he's talking about. So he's also saying the fact that we well fight each other. I mean, technically, I mean, ultimately, you know what I'm saying. If we're blaming one another, I mean, you're gonna be fighting each other. That's how it goes, man. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just a matter of time. So that's why for me, like I was telling you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, but in one of my recordings, you know, when you not, and that's what the matrix means when they tell you when you're not fully conscious. I mean, at any given time, and I came to understand that. You know, when you are a living corpse, you are ignorant. You could do anything at any given time. It's just a matter of what button should they push. You know what I'm saying? But when you become conscious, it's a whole different game. But when you're ignorant, you know what I'm saying? You may acting all nice all you want until your button is being pushed. Then that's when you're like, hey, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of you fuckers, sick. I mean, or literally potential criminals out there, because you're not sane, and your only sanity is gonna come from you knowing who the fuck you are. You see what I'm saying? And that's why, you know what I'm saying, in this world, everybody's a little crazy, don't you think? You gotta find that button. You know what I'm saying? But now, when you become the button itself, you know what I'm saying? That's, oh shit, nigga, stop, you know. No, shit. You see, when you become the button itself, I mean, it's different. It's different because now you're not dancing on somebody else's drums. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how do I compete with somebody else when I'm fully in love over here? You know, how would I even think about doing some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? So my ego is conditioned in a whole different level. You see what I'm saying? Because and I'm saying that to say because a lot of us sometimes we feel like the ego, is just a bad thing because we only look at the reaction and not understanding the cause. Because your ego is part of you. So when you see someone do something out of their ego, or how the loudest motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? If you were to tell, nah, man, you broke, man. It's like, oh, you broke. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm living better than you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, I got this, I got that. You know what I mean? And when these people are talking too, for them to feel better than somebody else, it's like they gotta be like, you don't have this, you don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the self image shit. You literally sizing other people based on what they have, how small, how big they are. You know what I'm saying? And oh boy, do our culture do that? It's just a few questions. Where you from? You know what I'm saying? Or what school you went through? You know what I'm saying? It's just a couple questions. Then you know exactly how to size a nigga up. And then depending on the nigga's answer, then you go like you gonna go it, and you go like Oh my god, man, yo! When you get to see the shit for what it is, man, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, and to become the enlightened one, well, that's when you get to see these things. Okay, you get to see these things. That's the purpose. And by doing so, now you have successfully attained your highest level of consciousness. Your higher self and the lower self come together. You gotta love yourself because yourself depends on it. You know, it's a must. But going back to the statement again, people not looking at themselves, people of the world not looking at themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like the minute you step outside of you, it's chaotic. It's chaos. The minute, the second you step outside of yourself, man, you lost, bro. And we would also see it too, and that's what you see sometimes when people are being triggered. Do you see what I'm saying? So now what you're witnessing is their shadow self now that has taken over, and they're being triggered at that time, and then of course because of that. I mean, I'm saying that to say because I'm trying to go back to that ego thing too, because I want you to understand when it comes out to the ego is never to blame about anything. But we only blame the ego because we have a one dimensional understanding about us. Because when you're saying, if I were to say I'm not egotistical, I'll be lying to you. But I understand what people mean by that, though. But because I understand what the ego is too, you know what I'm saying? That's why let you know I'm very egotistical. Do you see what I'm saying? And 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 a big part of that has to do with me knowing myself. Because your ego only goes as far as you go, man. Like you're not gonna have a smart ego if you're a dumb motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, you can pretend if you want. You know what I'm saying? But being a smart motherfucker, you're gonna have a smart ego. That's just the way it goes. And that's what separates the master from the student. It's the and for you, and that's why I was saying like a lot of it. It's not necessarily your fucking ego that is bad, but it's just the ego doing its job, right? If you are comes like if you're being conditioned in a society where you don't believe in yourself, you got to keep up with the Joneses. Now, if someone's gonna make you look bad, you gotta protect yourself, man. You're protecting that fucking image. And that's what you see when people are being triggered. That's why the weakest motherfucker is always the one that talks about other people. You gotta understand the game. Do you realize the stronger you are with yourself, you don't want to talk about other people. I don't give a fuck. I mean, listen, those are facts, living facts. That's why we say you cannot serve two God. When you focus on yourself, there's no way you're not gonna be looking at nobody else. But when you don't look at yourself, that's when you get to see, you know what I'm saying, Jocelyn. Oh, you know what I'm saying, Natasha, Nadej. How you doing, girl? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, Lakeisha. Keisha, Lakeisha, what's up, girl? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm loving all you bitches over here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys are gonna be loved on this side. You hear me? But anyway, I'm wild. It's like, their ego has to react that way because, the ego is protecting who they are. Because you already know, you need that type of fucking exposure. That's why, people will kill, man. Like, when they don't feel like accepted, they're not accepted. Some people will kill themselves, man, just because of that. Do you see what I'm saying? Not being presented, not fucking being accepted, or not being a popular kid. Come on, man. Am I saying anything like you don't know? Or is it my fucking accent? Is it the way I'm saying it? Like, cause I don't feel like I'm saying nothing that you motherfuckers don't know. All of those fucking identity issues you went through, even in your high school. Shit. Like, that's what the system was created. It wasn't a fucking coincidence. You have kids that always wanted to be pleased by other motherfuckers, and you already know what the fuck happens with these motherfuckers. Everybody know they ass kissers. Everybody like whatever. But it's just kind of like you gotta have to ride them out. And that's why, regardless on how much you fake it, the kid who always respect who he is, like, you know what I'm saying? You always gonna respect him, and he's always gonna be seen. Because he was the light all this time. Do you get it? Get to know who you are, baby. Mm-hmm. But anyway, damn, almost 55 minutes. So, man, not looking at yourself that's the recipe for destruction. In fact, that's what destruction is. You know and if you're witnessing that, that's what you're witnessing in this society. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think motherfuckers are killing other motherfuckers for? You know what I'm saying? Then you have nations that are speaking about developed countries, undeveloped countries. Like, all of your reality is based out of fucking ignorance. And then now you're living in this reality. Let's just say, all right, there's no hut, but niggas, it's okay. So I mean, all right, what else? You know what I'm saying? You got Bluetooth, you got Wi-Fi, nigga. What else? Let me know what else, motherfucker. All right, so you could jerk off a little bit better. I get it. What else? Because I mean, is that the value? Is that what it is? You know what I'm saying? And if it is values, how is it making you? I mean, how come you don't even understand that to begin with? My people, my people, my people. I love you guys too much, man. We got to do better, all right? And that better simply entails, man, connecting with you, man. Become, yeah, remember. Reconnect. That's all you got to do. And that reconnection, it's a process. Because now you understand, just like, yo, listen, guys, we put ourselves to sleep, okay? We dumb ourselves down. It is us. There's no other way to go around it. It's us. Consciously or unconsciously, it's done by you, baby. That's all I'm saying. And that's why us too, spiritual healers, we understand all we got to do is to hold that mirror for you to see yourself. That's all we're doing. The minute you see yourself, then we're like, baby, all right, listen now. What do you want to do now? You've been slipping for a minute. Wake your ass up, motherfucker. Bitch ass nigga. You've been slipping for 4,000 years, nigga. How long have I been asleep? A few years, bitch. A few centuries. But don't worry about it. Some of us are up. And we came here to connect. Reconnect. Listen, man. Ah, man. I'm saying it's just I feel like Tahuti coming through. I gotta salute all the fucking ancestors because I just know what I know. You know what I'm saying? And at a certain time during the speech or during the day too, like they, what I'm saying? I mean, because they are always around, but there are certain times when, their presence are felt. And they always make it known, but I'm also on that frequency too. So it's lovely. So I'm telling these motherfuckers keep coming through. You hear me? Love it. Um, that's a fully loaded statement, man. But also, this is also insinuating, the fact that we are blaming each other is because we don't look at ourselves. What is it about us looking at ourselves? How would that prevent us from blaming one another? Well, you take accountability. Do you see what I'm saying? We take accountability. And as we take accountability, we respect ourselves and we treat other people respectfully too. That's why we do not cast our pearls before swine. We are people of qualities. Come on, man. To the pure, all gotta be pure. Or you gotta become the pure. You are the beholder. You better fix the way you're looking at shit, baby. It's either you waking up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start looking at shit differently. That's why it's never been about how much you see, but it's how are you looking at it. Be of quality, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be top notch. You owe it to yourself. Be precious. And Jesus go as far as let you motherfuckers know, be perfect. You know what I'm saying? He said it. That's not what I said. Because, when you're dealing with Christian, hey, man, that's what the Bible said right there, dog. That was a verse. John 3. Bow, bow, bow. Read it for yourself, dog. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because, that's your arm. You know what I'm saying? That's your armor. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So if we're going to go to battle, that's what I got to use, right? You know what I'm saying? The whole narrative in it fucking self. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you got to realize, too, man, you're speaking to a lot of children. I'm giving blessing to the children's. You know what I'm saying? We're giving blessings to the children's. I'm giving you the fucking candy, nigga. We're passing out candies to the kids. Yeah, motherfucker, look at your tongue. Get the fucking lollipop, bitch. You know what I mean? And when you're ready for that real thing, I got it for you. In fact, I'm prepping you for it. So the fully loaded, there's so many different things that are being said. But, again, you know, it's almost like that statement is also saying, like, you see how we talk about the world? How fucked up the world is? Well, it's us, man. Yo! It's us. Shit. This Michael Jackson told you want to make a better world, change yourself. It's us, bro. You do know what I mean by us. It's like it's not something that is outside of our control. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what we created, because obviously this is white people mess. It's the white world, baby. This is all of the great qualities that they have to offer you, my friend. That's what you're witnessing. You are being part of it. You're witnessing it. You're living it every day. You know what I'm saying? Either from, now the part that you don't see it directly would probably be the law. Because a lot of us don't understand the law is against you. You think the law is for you. No, sir. No, sir. Not at all. It's against you. But just pay your taxes, okay? You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? You don't need, none of that shit. As long as you pay your taxes, nigga, you're good. You're good. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So I'm saying all of that to say, it's not anything that's outside of us here. It's not a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? This is shit that Nick, you know what I'm saying, having developed countries, powerful countries, and all that shit. That's the politics that it comes with. That's the nature of the game. That's the format. That's what you're dealing with, man. How can they be anything good that come out of that? And if you don't see it, you don't see it. Well, it wasn't for you. I speak to the great listeners. And you'd fucking know who you are. Because I know I know some of you niggas be seeing this shit. I'm saying, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I speak for you. Real shit. If you get it, this is you paying attention to this. This is for you. So respect to you as well. You see what I'm saying? Salute, nigga. Whoever the fuck you are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's like it's because of how society has created us. You know, I mean, if this is a competitive world, it's a competitive market, well, shit. I mean, you got to act a certain way. Then greed become legalized. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if I got to get it, you got to get it. Hey, it's business. Whoever gets it first, gets it first. If you see the movie, what is it? What was that? Oh shit, I can't recall. What was the name of that fucking? There was three of them, and I loved it. The fuck, Ricky? Nah, it's not Ricky. Vin Diesel. Hold on, guys. I'm fucking shit. Nah, cause the shit's right here, but it's not coming out of my mouth. Fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? Why you gonna do me like this, baby? Hold up. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, man. My man Van Diesel. What's up, hermana? I don't want to see your net worth. Movie list. Okay. Hold on. Because I know that's my shit. How did I, you know what I mean? That's my shit. Hold up. I gotta find the name for it. Riddick. Fuck. Riddick, nigga. uh, Whoever you kill, you get to keep. So killing is, you know what I'm saying? This is a jungle. You know what? Mm-hmm. Even in the what you would call the animal kingdom, we see it. That's why we call life a fucking jungle, right? I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. What we're saying is, it's to look at it from a different perspective, from a better perspective. Because the jungle part, I mean, we all could see it. Lion kills, whatever kills. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. Hey, who knows? I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But us men know, and that's where we actually defer, because now we have the ability to think, to name shit around us. In other words, we have God abilities in us. That's how we able to elevate, and that's why too, in so many words, like we control those fucking animals too, right? I mean, there's no tiger next to you right now, is it? Do fucking tiger exist? Yeah. And then guess what? If you go to a fucking a zoo, you could see these motherfuckers too. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have the ability, that's the control over with the understanding that you have. So I'm saying that to say, if you want to look at it from a jungle perspective, do we have to adopt a jungle, like a jungle mentality? Because we already have power over these things. Do you see what I'm saying? It's almost like the idea of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's either I eat or you fucking eat. Whereas, motherfucker, this food for everybody, nigga. Everybody can eat, bitch. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what mentality are you adopting? Because that will also determine your ego, too. Do you see what I'm saying? But that has to do with your level of consciousness, too. I mean, is it really, when you look at the world, man? At the world, the natural resources everywhere, man. Like, is it necessary to have one superpower, bro? Or can everybody just eat, dog? Have a good ass motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? Besides shit, all the fundamental shit, we all want them. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of your nationality, you fuck, you have sex, you need God. Like, I mean, it's for everybody. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. What are we talking about here, man? You know what I'm saying? And obviously, I mean, what all of us know, what our ancestors been telling us, what we're saying through the esoteric knowledge and wisdom, is that we're looking for you to get back to you, to love yourself. Because your only sanity is going to come out of you being in harmony with you. You respect yourself, you're going to respect other people. You like when you respect yourself, man, you'll never put yourself in compromising situation, right? We all hear it, right? So that's why, for me, even the whole idea of devaluing yourself, or the political bullshit in terms of to be a good person, I gotta look at myself like trash. But when you look at yourself as true trash, you don't treat other people respectfully. I mean, okay, if you telling me, your boy is telling me to treat my neighbors how I would treat myself, how would I treat you good if I look at myself as trash? I mean, don't get it fucked up. I understand what that statement is saying, right? Because that statement is pretty much, telling you to expend the thing that you would do for yourself to someone else. Because, I mean, some people do commit suicide, but for the most case, you wouldn't kill yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, even people who want bad for other people, they never want bad for who the fuck they are. There's a group that I know. Oh my God, they love me so much. They want me to go through poverty. They want me to go through so many things. And I'm like, okay, well, let's. Why don't you experience it? Oh man, listen, man. Make it a long story short, and listen, this is the best. This is justice at its best. Is to make sure they get everything that they wish for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So going back to that statement, right? Originally, it's just telling you to go outside of yourself. I mean, that's what Jesus was also saying too. Like, let's just say a bad person wouldn't give stone to his kid, right? But yet, you know what I'm saying, you still want to give stone to somebody else. This is big. That's not the way it goes. So now, if that's what you want, we're not gonna say no. I want you to. I want you to experience it first. Listen, they want me to eat stone. Like, stone is not even edible. And just to show you, oh man, the the lack of love that they have for who they are, for themselves, took them on a whole different level. Because if these people would have loved who they are, none of that would. Of course not, man. Of course not. You wouldn't have time to compete. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm busy being me, other people are busy trying to be me. Wow. Wow. that that's off the chain. But anyway, going back to the actual statement itself, like you not knowing who you are, not looking at your true self or not being your true self, it's only right that you have to blame others. Because how else would you take accountability when you're not even being you? You're not even acting as you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, in all honesty, that's as honest as you could be. That's why we understand, us who are psychic, we understand energy. That's why energy never lies. So when these people are reacting a certain way, they're not lying to you. They're expressing. That's why you can't, because, and that's why at the end of the day, regardless on how disconnected you are to yourself, you're still going to express yourself. It's still a self expression. And obviously, it's coming out with the frustrations. But that's why, you know what I'm saying, us who have the sight, we understand that. That's why your action doesn't matter to me. When I see you, nigga, I see you. May I add, nigga, I see you. I mean, do you not have proof enough? I mean, shit, you really that dummy. So you don't think I see? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me just say this. According to you, I am happily blind. So, if that's what you're calling this sight being blinded, my sister, I am blinded. And not only I have chosen to be blinded, and I will remain blinded. Like this is the best blind. You know how? Okay, so now you know what I'm saying? Ignorance is bliss. I'll be that guy. You see what I'm saying? But if you choose to look at it that other side, I'll be that other guy too. You tell me what side I look better on. When you know, you know. passing out candies, man. Eat your fucking candy, bitch. Get your candies, man. I mean, so, guys, it's just, oh man, like there are so many things that are being said here, and but also when we're dealing with us being a living minds, then you also got to deal with the psychological aspect of us too, the emotional aspect of it. I mean, it's all energy. It's energy that is being conducted in different ways, and this is who you are. That's what you're dealing with. Is that air that you're breathing? When you fully become conscious, now you become aware of you, how you work, how you function. I mean, even if you listen to our most popular conversation, like we say spiritual shit to one another, but yet never really consider ourselves being spirituals or as being spirit or living mind. Everything you say, change your life, change your mentality. Think and grow rich. That's what this motherfucker's telling you. So, and to live in this life, period, like, can you imagine if a motherfucker, like, let's just say you're not reading, you ain't doing none of that shit? Like, it's almost like you don't even fucking know who you are. Like, I mean, how you sharpen up yourself. Like, I mean, wisdom. It's you need that down here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, it's not even about clouds. Like, how do you want to sound smart and not being smart? That's like, you gotta be smart, man. You gotta have wisdom. That's a prerequisite. Like, I mean, shit. You talking about survival? Because everything that's being done around you is all fucking. It's all mind conditioning. The survival of the fetus and all that shit. It's a jungle. This is just a mentality, nigga. Because obviously you have the ability to control the fucking jungle. And that's what our fucking ancestors did. You know what I'm saying? That's how too you become men living among the gods, or the gods living among you. And it's being done on all different levels, not just. I mean, you are materializing your spirit over here, and then you also have the other spirit who have not had a body like us. That's what you call spirit that are living around here, but you're also spirit, right? But we're talking about the invisible ones, right? The ones who does not have a body, because we are surrounded by them too. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And those are what your fucking ancestors are. Or the ones who used to have bodies who no longer have bodies, or those that never had bodies. I mean, you are interacting with all of that. That's who you talk to when you're talking to, let's just say, your ancestors. But a lot of it, once you start to, I know for me, the connection is fucking crazy because, once you attain your a level of consciousness, I mean, it's like, just like when I paused, when I told you they were coming through. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I told these niggas, man, I'm a field agent, man. You know what I'm saying? The niggas I work for, man. Listen, man. Some people have to find they gonna find out. They all finding out. Oh, stop it. You know it's funny, nigga. Come on. You were warned, nigga. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? You still at it too. Woo! Congratulations, Nate. Like you like if Dummy had a picture, it would be you, and it's just unbelievable. And this is the beauty of myself too. Like once you see that, you appreciate everything. Like I do appreciate a good stupidity too, like a good one, a bad one. I just appreciate them all. Like wow, how did you miss that? Oh my god. Little white girls always, oh my god. How did you miss that? Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god. Like, wow. Unbelievable. But true. But true. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's unbelievable, but it's true. But it's unbelievable. It's like, wow. Who would ever thought? Mm. Well, yo, man. Yo, guys, listen, man. It was definitely a great pleasure having you in. So I guess just to summarize, right? Because we got to talk about so many different bullshit, right? But to summarize, people of the world, not looking at themselves. Hey, man, a lot of us were not trained to look at ourselves. But most importantly, I also wanted to see, display to you guys the the chain of events that actually take place when you're not looking at yourself. Because when you start seeing it that way, then everything is making sense. I mean, although we like to say it's not making sense, but a lot of it is making sense. Because if you understand, again, the chain of actions or reactions that comes with with certain mentality. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if you probably come from, hey man, the jungle, you know what I'm saying, each one, whatever, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It might take a minute for you to just calm down. Can you trust? Like, lay down. Like, can I try to hold you? Bitch, can I hold you? Nah, nigga. I got it. I got it. Do you see what I'm saying? So again, man, like, and that's the shit that you guys are living. It's more. It's really a fantasy. It's some unreal shit. That's why you're sleeping. You know what I'm saying? That's the dream. But knowing the truth now, and that's why I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to get you to snap out of that shit. That's what the Matrix is. A world that is being created in front of you. That's the world that we're living in. The world of who you should be. The third world country, the developed countries, all of that. And ironically, and that's what I mean. If you and I like to see the videos where they're showing you like Black Fridays and shit, how motherfuckers are acting, you know what I'm saying? Just like animals. And then you go to Haiti, and then you do the same shit, like the shit that you're doing with food. So, what does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? You, I mean, you're just a Bluetooth away from fucking Haiti, nigga. or vice versa. But most importantly, the true shit here, it's you're gonna have to go beyond the Bluetooth, baby, for you to see what's taking place here. The level of acknowledgement that needs to, I mean, shit, man. If you're being treated, you've been conditioned. Listen, this is it. You've been conditioned to act like animals, and that's what you do. So we have a society where shit, we already know you do not speak the truth. You gotta hold your tongue. You don't want to be whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying when you guys are talking about Cat Williams and shit. Is it not? I mean, cause I work in corporate. Like it's the same bullshit, man. Right? If you go to McDonald's, well, it's same political bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? And sometimes, man, like a nigga would say, man, I gotta pay my bills. That's what Steve Harvey was saying. Oh, Monique, hey, man, this the money game, bitch. The bitch, this nigga said, there's no way I'm gonna put pride in me not paying my bills, nigga. My bills gotta be paid. So alone, this is showing you how. I mean, listen, man. I don't know, man. What else would you like me to say? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to get in trouble here. I'm just trying to make a point for you to see it. You know, this is not me going, that's Steve Harvey. That's not the shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Big homie, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But this is for you, though, to understand his thing. You understand his thing, then, you know what I'm saying, you're not being blinded by some bullshit. Then you know these niggas are hustlers, man. That's all it comes down to. How is his job any different? In fact, this is what I'm saying too. And I'm definitely not shitting on the brother at all. How would you be different at your job? This bitch talking about being a sister and shit. I gotta pay my bills at home, baby. So he shut the fuck up. Well, bitch, you better shut the fuck up. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Is that different from you? If anything, I'm really protecting this motherfucker. If anything, that video making, I mean, he is who he is. You know, the video didn't do anything to him. So he is who he is. But I'm just trying to tell you how, if you choose to cast stone to him, I mean, that's fine. But how are you different? That's what I'm asking. And if you're not that different, motherfucker. The nerve of you. You're not even being fair to, I mean, shit. Saying, I'm in the world, not of the world. And that's how I survive this world with you motherfuckers. So much so, you know what I'm saying? Now I could be talking to this shit with you now. Oh, I'm gonna dance with you motherfuckers. But anyway, guys, almost 2 hours, man. It's been a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there are so many things that are being said here. But I guess just to summarize, I just wanted to summarize real quick. You know, in terms of you being in connection with you. You know, and the second that you're not, it's. I mean, you're not even playing the game. I mean, shit, it's like you're not even in the game. Because because we're the one making this count, and that's what sleeping. If you sleep, I mean, if you sleep, you sleep. I mean, you know what I'm saying. But if we're taking attendance, are you present? Or are you not? You feel me? And we all taking attendance, bitch. Are you here or not? But anyway, um, yeah, man. So I think we're gonna leave it here, guys. So always remember, you know what I'm saying? If you think money's everything, here's something else too. Another aspect of us, how our thinking conduces to the way we act. You know, a person with integrity who think, you know what I'm saying, money's not everything. Can you lobby that person? No. For the most part, it's not gonna happen. For the most part, I mean that is someone. That's why if you're gonna play your game, that's what I'm saying. You gotta know. You gotta choose your players carefully. You know what I'm saying? If you're someone who tend to do your things on the side, and then there's a brother that did not budge, you probably don't want to fuck with that nigga. You feel me? Isn't that what's taking place at your workplace, my friend? You must be in Hollywood, bitch. You bunch of fucking Hollywood ass niggas anyway. You're already in Hollywood. So much so that Hollywood is your conversation. Y'all Hollywood niggas anyway. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like you so Hollywood, you don't even see you at your job. You know, your bosses, the political shit that's taking place in the fucking office and shit, you know what I'm saying? How many motherfuckers are working together don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers always doing what they gotta do. Like, hey man. Like I know for me, man, that's just that's the I mean, I I do know how to handle myself, so you know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be my way. You know what I'm saying? I get things done my way. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not my way, then I'll go somewhere else. But part of my way too, it's also, you know, because we all need a little bit of that conflict. You know, you're dealing with living corpses. You know what I'm saying? That's why you know you never argue certain things you're never gonna be part of. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like think about it this way. It's like for me, corporate life is like living in the hood. You know, a lot of hood niggas you don't fuck with. Those are just hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? And those are the ones I would say, you know, who don't know who they are. They don't move by integrity. And all of your jobs do have it. You already know. You know, those are the people who would laugh in front of you, turn around, tell your boss, whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not talking about anything you're not going through, are you? Have you heard of that? I'm saying Walmart, McDonald's, whatever the fuck. I mean, is there no political bullshit? You know what I'm saying? It got so much to a point where motherfuckers now we know to it's not what you know, but it's who you know. Ooh, I wonder what does that mean. And if you do understand that, it's for what? To either save your position or to maintain your position or to get a greater position. So greed. I mean, shit. I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Then that's what in that Riddick movie, whoever you killed, you get to keep. You know what I'm saying? It's fair. These niggas are justifying killing is fair. It's earned. Killing is earned. And earning is killing. But anyway, oh shit, I'm wilding. Anyway, guys, always remember going back to the whole money stuff because I was gonna tell you if you think money's everything, then you'll do everything for money, and that's just the way it goes. You're thinking direct information. You know what I'm saying? And if for you, if money's not everything, you're not gonna do everything for money. And that's why someone like me or anybody who embodied that type of mentality, then you will be a little bit bold. You would stand for your integrity. I mean, it's not a coincidence. It just is what it is. And then I also know the consequences that it comes with. Otherwise, I wouldn't be the creator of this, right? And we'll talk a lot more about that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But always remember, man. Hey, listen. You cannot be you if there's somebody else around, man. So if you're gonna be on stage, man, it's gotta be only you, baby. Aisha, Mali, love.